Right, well, welcome to episode 3 of Diggy's Dungeon, the live call-in show on Twitch where you can call in to me and I can tell you that your song is bad. Uh, let's see who we've got this week to do exactly that with. It's a bit of a quiet week, so it'll probably be quite a short show, but we can get cracking. We got what we got. We got T calling in about Busters. We got Alex calling in about Yena. And we got Swither calling in about One Chew. Who's ready? Who wants to go first? Don't mind. So that means you're coming in first? Let's do it, T. I'm going to bring you in, and we're going to talk about a song that you don't even like. So let's do it. I'm bringing you in, T. Hello, T. Please tell me it's working. How are you enjoying the heatwave?
It's a little bit challenging, but too bad. I think we've managed to make it work. How about you?
It's hell on earth. I hate it. I'm getting very much ready for this fucking thunderstorm they've been saying we're going to have for weeks and we never have it. Please give me this thunderstorm. I want rain. I want cold.
I know. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sick
well
of this
needed.
fucking sun. I know this sounds like the most British thing ever, but I am so sick to death of this heat. My God. Get rid of
It's
it.
just because there's no AC anywhere really, so it's
Yeah.
just like makes it really tricky when you're inside. But it's okay. You just got to try and like keep cool. Mr. T's been sleeping out on the trampoline like every night
Nice.
because he just finds it like crazy. So he's literally been doing that. So that, what else can you do? We have like one fan in the house, and that's gone in the kids' room. So
I don't even have a fan.
really,
Yeah. Yeah, I have one small window to try and help me out with this heat. And that's
the thing
about
is,
it.
I always think, right, we need to buy another fan, but then when I think that, it's because it's really hot, and then there's no fans. They were
Yeah.
sold out.
Yeah, it's always the way.
So
Same with ice
I
cream.
need to, yeah, I need to make a note to buy one when it's not hot, which I hopefully be soon.
Yeah, we live in hope. We live in hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you calling
Yes.
in about today, T?
Wow, quite appropriate because I'm calling about Busters with Tropical Romance.
Okay, let's get Busters on.
It's from about a month ago, just over a month ago.
Um,
But it's been slim pickings this month, to be honest. I was looking
yeah.
at my playlist. I've literally not added anything since. Oh, I added a couple of Girls' Generation B sides, but apart from that, it's been a little while since I've added a title track. So
It has been a bit of a
yeah,
dead spot.
it has.
That's why I'm like, just call in about anything. I don't care when it came out.
Yeah.
Right,
All right.
let's open up a poll. Hopefully this is now working. Let's see. Please be there. There we go. We're working. All right, let's go. Busters, Tropical Romance.
너 나의 여름인걸 우리만의 계절인걸 Sunny summer 설레는 거를 꿈꾸던 날에 와버린 걸 조금만 빠르게 뛰어 빠져들어 너 나의 여름인걸 Sunny summer day 우리만의 계절인걸 계절인걸 별빛이 쏟아진다 우리만의 계절인걸 너 나의 여름인걸
All right, Buster's Tropical Romance. I know how you're feeling, but how are we feeling, T?
Like, this song is horrendous. I just-
Go on, what's
it's
horrendous
just a
about it?
joke. It's just a joke. Like, I was just quickly trying to Google just to see about their ages just then because Bladed was saying that they were like under 15.
Yeah, Busters used to be like this super duper young group, but they've had so many lineup changes now. Most of these girls I don't think were original members, so they're just all
Oh,
new
really? So
members.
2005. So 2005, 2004, 2006,
18.
2007, 2007. So what's that?
Like 15.
Yeah, 15. That's the youngest now. Ridiculous. I mean, that's a whole different conversation for another day. But yeah, this song is just so naff. They're really, really sweet. They're really cute. It's a really summery, obviously, you know, they've got all the summer ingredients. They're at the beach, they've got the sand, they've got the sea. But this song is just so, it sounds so cheap and it's just really cringy and not in a good way. Like, I know you're probably going to say it's in a good way, but
Yeah.
they haven't lined up the sound with their lip syncing in the video, which really just adds to the whole cheap feel. And it's just really, I can't explain why it just sounds so like rubbish.
What if
not
the
being very-
reason is that it sounds and looks cheap is because it's cheap?
It is.
Because this company, I don't think, have a ton of money.
I know.
So, you know, just because they can't, you know, buy all the press and make shit songs
This
with
is
really
true.
expensive videos like Esper, it doesn't mean that they're bad, you know?
That is.
It's not
That
their
is a very
fault,
good
you know?
point.
They don't have the money, they made decent use of it.
I think, like, the music video doesn't look cheap, and like I don't think it costs money to just line their voice up like properly with the lip syncing. And the song, like the backing track of the song is fine. Like the lyrics is a major issue. Like, I mean, does it cost more to have better lyrics? Because that wouldn't make sense for a lot of expensive songs
Yeah,
that
most
also
of
have
the
rubbish
expensive
lyrics.
ones have rubbish lyrics, so that doesn't work.
Exactly. So I don't mean it sounds cheap as in like anything to do with the styling. Oh, well, Swither thinks the music video sounds look cheap.
I think it does look quite cheap, but
What is this
but
white
cheap music
puffy-
videos have come a
oh,
long way. You know, this would have looked a lot worse like 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah,
This is
that's
passable,
true.
you know.
The song is just rubbish. It's so embarrassingly rubbish. And like this rap part that they
In my
Just
Joan,
shove
in my
in.
Joan.
like I don't know. I think it just I would have normally just watched it and gone, yep, fine. Like obviously that's just a rubbishy like Nugu song, off you go. But because a couple of people have liked it, that has drawn my attention to it even more. It's just annoyed me even more that people who I consider to have quite good taste in music consider this to be like a good song.
Go on, call us out.
It's just not a good song. But the idea was there. I just feel really like they had a good backing track. You know, they're on the beach, great. They've got some lovely outfits. The choreo is kind of like cute and kind of weird, but in a good way. Like I've not got a problem with that. But it's the song. I think it's the words and the way the song's been put together. I don't think it's the sound of it. It doesn't sound like it's not the quality of the sounds. It's just like it sounds just like a naff song that you'd hear like on holiday. You know,
Yeah, what's wrong with feeling like you're on holiday? You know.
but I mean, like, when you're, like, the holiday club at the hotel, and they have that, like, they invent these songs for like the holiday club or whatever. That's what it sounds like.
I think these are
And I
holidays I have yet to have.
no, I'm looking from when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
Look, we're clearly not on the same. We're clearly not on the same page with this. But I mean, did you
No.
never go on a Haven holiday when you were younger, like
No.
a Haven caravan holiday?
No, I did not. No.
Okay, well there we go then.
I went on caravan
There we go.
holidays. Well, I guess I kind of know what you mean, because, like, yeah, campsite, like, entertainment, right, is what you're thinking.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
We steered clear of
were
that
like,
and just went and had nice food instead. So,
we were like five. We were like five kids, so I think it was like there wasn't. We had to kind of do something pretty basic. So we would always go to these like Haven, like like the static caravan.
yeah.
Anyway, my point is, this is the sort of songs you would hear,
So,
by the poolside
you're thinking,
kids club.
campsite disco vibes.
Yeah, basically.
You see, campsite discos are great because it's all the stuff from when I was really small. So it's all like really fun 90s pop, which is probably why I like this if it sounds like 90s pop.
Like the banana bit is good.
Yes, there you go. She's admitting it. You have to applaud a song that goes that hard to go, no, we are just going to shout banana in the middle of this chorus.
But what's the rest of the sentence like around the banana? I haven't actually looked up.
It literally stops, and then they go, banana, banana, and then they continue.
But what are they talking about before and after?
It's
that?
all in Korean, I don't look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Don't look it up, don't ruin this for me.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to call in today, so I don't have anything like eloquent to say. I just don't like it. I think
We
it's
like
rubbish.
ineloquent tea. It's fun.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get that.
Yeah.
So, like, more to the point, why do you like it?
Because it's fun. Like the little like foot shuffle on the sand choreo is
That
fun.
is fine.
And
That
like,
is fun, yeah.
although it's really cheesy, the video with all the little face shots and them all like being cute, it's just fun. And like, I don't know, man. This song's. I mean, it shouts banana twice in the middle of the chorus. Just let me have this.
What about? Oh, okay. They've not bothered to translate lyrics anywhere online.
They don't have any
So-
money. I think I very much lower my expectations when I know that a group and a company has no money. So probably
I know.
I'm working on like they did all right with what they had, I don't think
You're
this is
making me
like a
feel bad now.
masterpiece. This
It's
isn't
had
this isn't like
64,000 views.
a pokey level good, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well. Oh, so this says, in front of you. Oh my gosh! What?
So in front of you, baby, why do I feel like this? Banana, banana.
Oh,
See, I can't
dear.
hate that. I just can't hate that. That's a level of brazenness that I can get behind,
Now I'm talking about it, I feel like I don't hate it as much.
There you
but it
go.
really
You're
did-
coming round. I love it.
but it did irritate me at the time, and it still does irritate me quite a bit. I think it's it's just a bit naff, and I know like these girls, who knows if they're really talented? We don't know. We won't ever know. We can't know because they're in this group doing this song.
I think I know where you're coming from. Like, I understand, there's a lot of room for improvement. The vocals are not necessarily on pitch all the time. And, some of the doubling and harmonies is pretty messy. But I feel like this kind of song, it doesn't need to be that precise. It's just like a fun little summer song,
I guess so. I
don't know. I think also I'm kind of slightly biased because one of the girls in this group looks really similar to you, Ara, from Hello Venus back in the day, and I quite liked that girl.
Oh, really?
So I think I'm kind of just like residually in my brain. It's like, oh, good when she pops up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'll find her
Yeah,
on the
you've
video.
got
Hang
a-
on, where is she?
You've got a positive connotation. It's frozen for me,
So
so
this
I
guy-
won't be able to see anyway.
I don't know where she is.
The screen's frozen, so
Oh, cool. Well, you don't get to see then.
I won't get to see. But you can maybe
This is
put
this
it in
girl if she
the.
shows up.
Okay. It's
you
still
ever see
buffering,
it.
but
Sweet.
but yeah. So you've got a positive connotation. So there you go.
Hmm.
But I just really don't. I really, really don't. But what else have they had? When I looked on Spotify, I don't recognize the names of any. They've got a song called Grapes.
Yeah, you need to listen. You need to ask Swither on this because Swither has become like a fucking like an ultra for them. Like a fanboy these days. He's well into Busters. He's all in on the Busters train.
Right.
I think he loves Grapes. He loves Pinky Promise. He loves
I recognize
this.
the name of that one. That does ring
See,
a bell.
there you go. Swither's in chat. Grapes is a banger. Pinky Promise goes crazy. I'm loving it. Oh, there's nothing better than grown men being like, yes, song called Pinky Promise is the best. Fuck yeah, banana, banana, let's go.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll get some kind of, I don't know, recognition and therefore more money and therefore just better songwriters, better lyrics.
I wouldn't hold out for that, to be honest. Lyrics
well,
are usually not what you're going to get that are going to be good,
Oh, well.
You
That's
know.
what I think.
I'm curious about that. Are lyrics getting better or worse as time goes on? I'm curious. Because we had some legendarily bad ones back in the day, but I feel like, in general, they're just so boring now.
I think one of the main trends that has happened is obviously more and more English being in songs, and then the English that they're using is more and more just to grab attention, like banana, It's
yes,
just,
nothing grabs attention like a banana.
Because, so as many of you know, I found this K-pop music quiz server, and so basically it's like someone's created a bot to do like a K-pop music quiz. It's really good. It's not the intros; it just plays like a small clip, and you have to type what the song's called. And obviously, I don't have very good knowledge of kind of pre kind of 2015 songs, and just going through playing the game, it really made me. One of the things that I think made it more difficult as well is because there was hardly any English, and it really made me realize how much earlier songs had not nowhere near as much English in, and so it's harder. Like if you're not sure on what a song is or whatever, then it's harder to guess it because you can't hear any English. And then it would contrast with like more recent songs, and there's so much more English. It really made me realize how much that's been the thing. So yeah, and then it's like there's more English, but like is the English kind of just cheap English?
Is it crazy, baby?
Like in terms of the Korean lyrics, no, I think there's some amazing examples recently. I think there's no downward trend there. I'm not sure if you agree, but I'm always really impressed.
I mean, I don't try to look up the Korean lyrics usually unless it's a song that I really love. Like I'll look up the Korean lyrics for like an Epic High song because I know they're going to be good, but most of the time I assume that they're going to be bad.
No, see, I'm the opposite. I think, I bet they're good. I guess with more, I suppose with more like, I don't know. I don't want to say like Blackpink.
Yeah.
You're not.
You can hear from the English that those lyrics suck anyway. So.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff. I do think, I bet the lyrics are quite sweet or quite nice. So, But yeah.
And then it's that you're looking up the lyrics for CLC's No Oh, and you're like, oh god, what is this? If anyone remembers from back in the day, they're dodgy as fuck. maybe don't look up them if you like that
No,
song.
I won't. Wait,
But
do you
yeah.
mean No? Wait, what
No,
song?
No Oh. It's a different song.
Oh, okay. Well, they had a song called No Oh and a song called No.
Yeah, No came later. They were very much more complex back in the day. A whole like 3 more syllables. They were going for it back then. But yeah, everyone runs out of syllables eventually. Unfortunately.
Well, I think that's really what I have to say on this.
Yeah, we've tangented enough now, I think, from banana.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. I think a lot of these summer songs, I'm a little bit susceptible to be a bit picky about summer songs because I don't overall love like the whole summer thing.
I get you.
I'm much more a like autumn winter girl, so I'm a bit more picky with summer songs. And if they go border on too cheesy or a bit naff, and I'm like pretty harsh on them. So, for example, as I spoke about before, like Love Aid, Vivi's Love Aid was just a great summer song. But this one, not so much. Although you could say they have quite a similar theme and concept and on the beach. And mind you, it's already the same thing for summer stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Just depends if you like how it's written or not. I think this is like way more simple than a lot of the summer songs, so I get why you wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
But
I think that's probably right.
Banana. Come on.
Yeah.
Can't get away from that banana.
The fact they've tried to make it in some kind of like metaphor for someone feeling like shy.
That's more like you've turned up and he's pitching a tent. I don't really. I'm not sure why they're shouting banana. I know that's awkward, but like. I don't know about that
Yeah. Anyway, on that note, thank you.
Yeah, see you later, T.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Away from pitching a tent. Like, who should we have next? I see Swither in chat. How are you feeling, Swither? You want to come in next? I feel like let's keep the summer going. Oh my god, Ian's coming on with Golden Child. Scary. Swither, I'm pulling you in. Hello, Swither. How are you doing?
Howdy. Hold up. Okay, I'm ready.
Sweet, you're ready. Welcome to the show.
Well, hello. Thanks for having me.
So, do you wanna spit some straight busters facts to shut up the haters?
Really, are there any facts that you can spit to change someone's heart?
Yeah, true. If banana didn't get you, nothing will.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still recommend trying Pinky Promise. Maybe something about their lyrical approach might click. Tell me, just be honest. If you love me, Pinky Promise.
There you go. Swithers
I
on it.
mean, eternal. Lyrics do not have to be flowery or embellished. They can just be direct. Just be honest.
Exactly. Honest like a pinky promise.
But yeah, I'm glad that we're getting busters on here. They have under 10,000 streams on that song right now. So let's try and get the word out.
Brutal.
And I'm gonna be trying to do something similar with my choice,
Hey,
One Chew.
He's segueing. We love it.
Yeah, I shouldn't have taken that.
No.
away
You
from
segue all you want, sir.
All right. Well, yeah. From one Nugu to another. Here we have One Chew, which is I believe a subunit of Hey Girls.
Oh, okay. I did not know there was a subunit, but let's get him in. What's the song?
Oasis.
Oh, it's Oasis. Okay. Let's get it going. One Chew, Oasis.
본다 연락 끊어줘 둘만의 알렌 나와 만들어 우리 꼭 약속해 영원하자금 Baby 목말라 너를 줘 코코넛처럼 민트 향처럼 Baby 내게 들어갈게 찾았어 나의 Oasis 시원하게 적셔줘 Oasis 달콤하게 키스해줘 Oasis 모든 걸 가지고 싶어 첫눈에 반해버렸어 맞춤형 것처럼 Oasis Oasis 사막까지 메말랐던 내게 넌 오아시스 깔증에 지친 내 맘에 담비가 되어준 너 Hey 이제는 내가 너를 만들어 옳지 옳지 oh my baby 빠졌어 Oasis I don't wanna go 이렇게 널 보내긴 싫어 나를 봐 baby oh 달콤한 입술로 나를 가져도 돼 oh yeah baby 목말라 너를 줘 코코넛처럼 민트 향처럼 baby 내게 들어갈게 찾았어 나의 Oasis 시원하게 적셔줘 Oasis 달콤하게 키스해줘 Oasis 모든 걸 가지고 싶어 첫눈에 반해버렸어 맞춤형 것처럼 Oasis
Alright,
He
we
needs a
good.
moment after that.
We good. Yeah, I need a moment to get ready for Oasis. What are your thoughts on that? You know, just erupt them upon me.
키스해줘. I mean, that's the bit.
You
That's
get
bit
you get
right
the
there.
vocals with Swither. That's what I love about his calls. You know.
I mean, you know, if these songs aren't getting stuck in your head, then what are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think as long as you are tired enough to look past the stupid pronunciation of Oasis, like, this song's pretty damn good. And as long as you can deal with the, like, kind of long, really bad rap part, but that's just part of K-pop now.
Yeah, but I like at least with that rap verse, you know, the way that they tried to still be cute throughout it. Like, you know, sometimes they try to do a pivot where it's like, okay, now I'm hard for a verse, but this one was just like, hey, and then, you know,
I laughed kind of hard when that bit happened.
yeah, it was such a cute rap verse. I honestly didn't mind.
I'll
And
be
the hair
honest.
flip.
I think that rap verse is probably what's been keeping this off my playlist, because it's just, that's enough when I'm listening for me to be like, okay, we're done with the song. Which, to be fair, like, there's enough of the song before the rap verse that I can probably still get some mileage out of it, but I don't know, it's, with that and the Oasis, it's a bit too much for me.
You know, yeah, I mean, bad pronunciation of English words, is that an impediment? It depends. Sometimes it's nice. At first I was questioning, but then, you know, it's fun. You know, Oasis, you know, just imagining being in the Sahara, you see the haze coming off the sand, and then you see the Siwa Oasis just on the horizon, and, you know, you might have a chance to speak to the oracle there. You know, that's what this is all about, I think.
Okay. Deeply spiritual, you know. I understand.
And as a result, we get, you know, I mean, I'm glad that I went right after T, because, you know, 2 back-to-back cheap music videos with Dancing in the Sand.
Yeah.
A beautiful genre. Very specific.
Music videos of Dancing in the Sand that are cheap with, like, relatively simple, fun summer songs.
Exactly. You know, if this genre could get padded out a little bit more, I could maybe get a whole cohesive playlist going.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be good. Yeah, I don't hold anything against artists for having cheap music videos, and to be honest, this one looks pretty good most of the time. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun song. I mean, it does a thing that a lot of these new groups, especially summer songs, do, where like, the vocal chops are like sort of a endearingly trashy sort of EDM thing, like the
Yeah.
tropical house thing. But yeah, I mean, it ends up landing for me. Oh,
Yeah, the way they chopped it is quite nice and like satisfyingly on beat, so I get it.
Yeah, it's cute. But yeah, once you, it's two. I don't know. I don't really know the significance of calling it one chew. I'm sure it's some sort of Korean pun, but it's two of them. Sohee and Cherin. I don't know anything about them, but Godspeed.
Yeah, I was checking to see that it wasn't like a different pronunciation in Korean, but it is just one chew. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure about the meaning because, as T said, this sounds like one shoe for us, so that's kind of weird. But I know that chew is like the kiss sound in Korean, so like maybe it's just that. But I don't know. Why would you have one kiss when there's two girls that you could kiss? I don't know. Weird.
well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's all it takes,
I suppose so.
because it's so sweet, Dakonage,
Yeah, one kiss is enough,
Well, yeah, I mean, with this and the previous song, I don't know what to say beyond, if you don't get it, you don't get it. It's heat.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think I would really like this song if it didn't have the like horrendous rap and like weird pronunciation. Because I fuck with this like the backing track a lot on this song. I think it's really fun, but it's
Okay,
just
but
a
let's
bit too much.
let's consider, would this be a better song if they did Oasis?
It's
Would that be
weirdly
better?
phrased for that word. That's I think the
Well,
problem.
yeah, I mean,
Because I don't have any
yeah.
problem with them mispronouncing Oasis as Oasis if they're just doing it as one word. It's the fact that they put emphasis on the ah that's like, what are you doing? like with the individual syllables, it's just a bit too much emphasis, I think.
Sis.
Yeah, it also sounds like you're surprised that your sister's there, which is kind of odd.
Exactly, yeah.
Like she's just found you doing something you shouldn't have, and you're like, oh, sis, and you're like, it's bringing back, weird memories, I guess.
Wait, what was that?
Nothing sexual. I have two sisters, so when you're a little boy and you're being a naughty little shit, and your kids find you, you're like, it's how it is.
Okay, but
Don't clip that.
well, thanks
Just
for,
let that simmer,
thanks
huh?
for having me on the show.
Well, thanks for that, Swither.
Yeah, appreciate you. I'm looking forward to Yena Smartphone. Thanks so much for doing the show, Diggy.
Yeah,
Great one.
you're welcome. See you later, Swither.
Bye.
Okay. Who can rescue the mood from that? Let's try Alex. Who is calling in about smartphone? Let's grab Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm okay.
How have you enjoyed our cheap girl group bonanza so far?
Yeah, I've always liked Busters.
Sweet.
One she was okay.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. You weren't perturbed by the Oasis?
Um, Not really. I don't know. I have a low tolerance for these things.
Oh, okay, okay.
Maybe like when I first got into K-pop, I probably wouldn't have liked it, but over the years, I've learned to just accept things.
Ah, okay, okay. You're happy
Yeah.
with the weird English going on. a veteran from the like I'm addict days of of K-pop, I guess. We've always had bad lyrics in K-pop, but anyway, let's banana in the chat. We're all about the banana bonanza. Anyway, moving on. Alex, what are you calling it about?
I am calling in about Yena Smartphone.
Okay, Yena Smartphone. Let's do that right now.
터져대는 플래시 쏟아져대는 메시지 환희했다가 또 뭐 가끔 널 외로해 세상은 내게 complicated 더 뻔하주워 내게 매일해 뭐가 그리들 serious한 거야 baby 뒷바꿈이 위험해 I'm in my room 행복하게 두어져 내게 두 필요해 작은 방안은 best friend Push flight I'm okay I'm in my mood 나는 몰래 그런 덤덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터 Let's go boy Push flight 그래 babe I'm feeling you 나는 몰래 잠시 덤덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터라 Smartphone 내 맘대로 믹스 매칭 내 손에 담긴 어디로 갈지 말할지 몰라도 깨끗한 날 티지 이별은 너를 담기엔 너무 좁아 You feel me? 열어 손가락을 펼쳐 뭐가 머리처럼 버튼 주저 말고 fast to the push What's your name baby? What's your name baby? 뒷바꿈이 위험해 I'm in my room 행복하게 두어져 내게 두 필요해 작은 방안은 best friend Push flight I'm okay I'm in my mood 나는 몰래 그런 덤덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터 Let's go boy Push flight 그래 babe I'm feeling you 나는 몰래 잠시 덤덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터라 외톨이라고 놀려대라지 I'm too good for you 세상이 나를 외면했다니 하하 참 웃겨 What you say I'm a princess What you say I'm a goddess 여기 모든 이루어질 수 있는 나의 별이니 Push flight I'm okay I'm in my mood 나는 몰래 그런 덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터 Let's go Push flight 그래 babe I'm on you 나는 몰래 잠시 덤덤덤덤덤 필요 여기부터라 Smartphone You're the 여기부터라 Smartphone
Alright, that was Yena's Smartphone. How are we seeing it, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's good for what it is. Like a punk pop type of song. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to say. Like it, I guess it's kind of, or I didn't really find like a good part where I could like sing along to, but I mean, yeah, just for what it is, like I think it's fine. It's good. Yeah, it's just crazy how like, this type of song was like, what was popular like when I was a kid, like 20 years ago, and
Yeah,
now it's
true.
back. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, music video is really cool too. I think, or just like all the outfits and like her charisma, all the sets look good. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel yeah. I think I'm kind of closer to T's thinking than most here, where I kind of wish that this direction wasn't what was happening, but I think I'm kind of, because I spent all of my youth listening to like actual rock, like classic rock, or like, you know, English indie back in the day, which was like back when it was like the best thing ever. And now like I think this kind of like ultra polished like poppy pop punk is kind of not really doing it for me. It just sounds like super inauthentic to me, but I guess that's kind of how it's supposed to be. I don't know.
I can see that. Yeah,
It's kind of like you've mashed like the like grungy, gross aesthetic of rock with like this ultra polished like candy cane pop that you get, and it's, I don't know about it. I'm not a fan. I kind of just, I feel like if you're gonna go rock, go rock. If you're gonna go like pop punk, it's kind of this like awkward halfway house to me, where it's a bit like you haven't fully committed to rock and you haven't fully committed to pop. You've just got this weird kind of soup of the two of them. But I know that's definitely my like more just my thinking than anything else. I know a lot of people love this sound now, but I don't think she does it badly. I think she's, you know, she's competent at it. She sings pretty decently. I don't really like the like towards the end of the chorus, she does that bit where she just starts talking. She's like, dum 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 dum. It's like, I just don't want that. If you're gonna be a pop, like super pop punk, at least sing on tune. That's what I want, you know. But I don't know. It bothers me. I think the rest of the song is pretty well written. You know, there's some good little melodies going on. I think the chorus melody in general is pretty good. I just, yeah, this kind of music just doesn't appeal to me.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a love or hate type thing, this sort of music, I suppose. And I'm definitely closer to the hate thing. Like, I don't think it even matters who does this, because like I don't dislike Yena. I just don't like this type of music. You know, I think well, who was it that did this as well recently? I think Moonbyul did a song like this recently, and I really like Moonbyul, but this was like, no thank you. Just it's just like, it's that too polished thing for me. I think when you're going rock, like, go rock, be a bit messy, you know. But K-pop can't do that, so I understand why they do this instead. Yeah, Swither's right. She's in the Trap was her like not great pop punk thing. But I mean, I think the audience agrees with you, definitely, Alex. So I mean, we got most of the votes are going to Key to the City. People really like this song. Someone gave it a position on the board. Someone said it was free to go, and then T said short sentence, which I think I agree with. But yeah, I think it's a well-made song. It's just really not for me, so it's hard for me to judge it objectively. But I'm glad you brought it though. That music video is pretty beautifully made, I think. I mean, there's some amazing shots where she's like, you know, she's getting all this snow pelted at her, and she's, you know, all these amazing props. I think it must have taken an ungodly amount of work to make this music video, so I'm impressed with that, definitely. I just kind of wish it was for a better song. But yeah, I appreciate that. Good song, I suppose. And yeah, we're happy with that. Any more thoughts, Alex, or are you good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, it's just been a slow few weeks in K-pop. I just
Definitely.
wanted to bring this in to get some callers in.
Yeah, I appreciate that, definitely. I was saying before the show started, I'm surprised if anyone calls in, because there's like nothing coming out.
Yeah.
But thank you for bringing this, definitely. I know people are really enjoying the song, so it's good to chat about it.
Yep. Oh, and we keep bringing up the banana lyrics from Busters.
Yes.
And for me, it's the Red Velvet power up with the banana.
Oh yeah, true. I think for me that was a little bit too subtle. You know, they didn't go for the full word, and I can't abide by that. If you're gonna go banana, you got to go full banana. You know. I don't know. I can't even explain why that bit bothered me, because I never liked Power Up. I was never a fan of that song. But then this Buster song comes along, and I'm like, oh yes, banana. So maybe I'm just a hypocrite. Who knows?
The power up's what got me into Red Velvet.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I know there's definitely very different types of Red Velvet fan, like all over the place. Because there's people like me that love like Russian Roulette, and what else do I love? I guess I really like the like B-sides off of the Dum Dum album, and then everybody else. And then there's folks like you are all into Power Up. There's those who love the Velvet side. I think it's impressive that there's that many different types of Red Velvet fan, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, something for everyone.
Definitely, great group. Ian's in chat. I hate it. Sounding a bit too much like me there, Ian. Anyway, let's before I tangent too hard on Red Velvet, I'm gonna shift you on out, Alex, and I'm gonna get to our last caller. But I appreciate you calling in about this, buddy.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, you can stop spitting that venom in the chat in a minute, Ian. I'll call you in. Okay, I'm in the waiting room. Please be working. Hello, Ian.
I can hear you now.
Yes.
I don't know what was that.
Yes, with his right, Discord's punishing your take on Russian roulette.
No, I mean, just there's only one good Russian roulette. It's by Speak Up.
It's by Red Velvet.
No, nope. No, the Speak Up version
song
is
has
infinitely
like
better.
amazing work with like vocal chops and 8-bit aesthetic. I love that song.
It's way too repetitive. That's what gets me.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
kinda
is
guess.
so repetitive.
I guess I
it
get
drives
that.
me crazy. I don't dislike it as much as I used to. I used to really hate that song, but I would rather listen to most other things.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I can't agree with that. Russian Roulette's my favorite Red Velvet song.
I mean, I'd take Psycho, but
Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
I understand why you would. But you're not here to talk about a girl group. You're here to talk about a boy group.
I mean, what else can you expect of me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm here to talk about a group that was my favorite group of last year. I said they put out better music than anybody else. I know you never have thought that, but it's Golden Child with their latest song, Replay.
Okay, let's see how they're doing. Golden Child with Replay.
Days 온몸이 기억해 끝이 오는 새벽에 I can't stop loving 너의 눈빛 속에 내 하루 속에 우리 되찾아와 멈췄던 심장이 전부 텅 비어 가만히 버텨낼 힘조차 없어 So turn it back, run it back 또 한 번 사랑하기를 원해 Come back now 하염없이 기다려 all day 도무지 멈추지 않아 널 향해 뛰어대는 헐 뒤늦은 후회는 그만 한 번 더 기회 주길 바래 널 믿고 따라와 맨 처음 뜨거웠던 때로 Hey, now just take go Baby, we can replay Can't wait 딴 놈들은 fade away 기회는 다시 오지 않아 can replay What's too bad 꿈을 꾸은 듯 재연해 rewind 다시 돌아가 replay 지난 시간 속의 부족함 빈틈없이 채워갈 거야 Hey, hey, no one got me like you 너 없는 하루가 지독히 길어 온종일 추억만 되감아 걸어 So turn it back, run it back 현실이 되어주기를 원해 Come back now, 하염없이 기다려 all day 도무지 멈추지 않아 날 향해 뛰어드는 널 뒤늦은 후회는 그만 한 번 더 기회 주길 바래 믿고 따라와 맨 처음 뜨거웠던 때로 Hey, now get set go We can replay Switch Come on 나를 돌아봐줘 다시 돌아와줘 하늘에 쉼없이 빌어 네 맘에 남겨둔 쏟아진 한 줌의 love So turn it back, run it back 쉬고서 다시 놓치지 않게 You and me gotta replay 다시 한번 시작해 나에게 끝이란 없어 새로운 내가 될게 Nothing's gonna ever stop us 시간이 멎을 것 같아 전부 다 주지 못한 맘 너도 잘 알고 있잖아 이대로 포기 따위 못해 믿고 따라와 외로웠던 대로 Now just take go Baby we can replay Switch Come on 나를 돌아봐줘 다시 돌아와줘 처음부터 replay
Okay, Golden Shard's replay. I know what you're feeling, but tell me anyway, Ian.
Yeah, actually, I didn't like the song as much as I did on the first listen, or as much as I do now on the first listen, which is not atypical for me. But I really, really like the song, so I gave it, the highest category position on the board. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's kind of what I expect from Goldshaw with some little bit of different elements. But overall, really nice listen, really enjoyable song. There are bits that are a bit odd at moments, but it doesn't distract from the rest of the song too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think the chorus is really good. I think that's like a really catchy and like well-made chorus. It's well sung. I really don't like one of their rappers. He's the dude with the he's a dude with the like long center parting.
Yeah, that's
and he's got a voice like a fucking baby, and I hate it, and I want him to never rap again. Other than that, it's okay. The other guy that raps is bland, but bland is okay because you just get it over with, get back to the rest of the song. Like the singers are pretty good; they got good vocalists. I don't know if I like the breakdown with the like palm muted guitar, then the fucking like tap harmonics. I don't really need that, but it's okay. It gets the job done. I guess it's kind of a dance break in this context, but I think the chorus is great. So they did really well on that. The chorus is really, really good. I just wanted more of it, I think.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree that the chorus is the best part of this song, which if choruses are good, it can really draw me in, and the chorus happens since it happens at the beginning here, which I normally don't like, but it works well in the song because they vary the choruses enough each time that it's not too repetitive. So they do slightly different things, including by switching the vocalists who sing it, which a lot of groups won't do. And Goldshaw normally doesn't do, but I think it was really smart to do it here. Because they have Y, one of the main vocals, sing it the first time, then Ju-chan sing it the second time. Can't remember who sings it the third time. I think it was like G-Boom that sings it the third time. I'd have to go back. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then Sungmin sings it the last time. So yeah, I know it means nothing to you. I think Y and Ju-chan are two of the best vocalists of a boy group. But I think by varying who sings it adds a little bit more interest. They change up other things a bit too. And the verses for the most part are good. I agree with you on Tag's rap.
So it's Tag. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Gachi. Sometimes I like his rapping. Here is not one of those cases.
I don't know what it is with his voice, man. It just irks me so much.
Yeah, I feel like if you have a higher pitched voice as a rapper, it can be fine, but it can easily be awful. Like C. Victon's chronograph is absolutely awful. Which he isn't nearly as awful in some other songs. So, it really depends on how you choose to do it. And the other rapper, my only rapper bias is Jung-Joon. He's fine, usually.
That's about as good as it gets as a boy group rapper, to be honest. He's fine, usually.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but he's hilarious, so that's why I like him.
Fair enough.
Other than that, their vocals are good, like I'd expect from them. They have solid vocalists. Even their sub-vocalists, they actually use their voices well this time. Sometimes they kind of just shove them in the corner. like as you do, but they use the vocal tones differently. Like every chorus, the second half is sung by one of their sub vocals, and I think it works really well because they picked something he could do really well, and the tone matched what they wanted it to. And yeah, the breakdown's a bit weird. I really didn't like it on the first listen. It doesn't nearly bother me as much anymore. I kind of like it at this point, particularly because I think it ends up flowing better than it sounds like it's going to. It kind of surprises you, but then ends up resolving well into the way they designed the last chorus, in particular with the vocals over top of it. I think ends up working. It's still a bit jarring until you've listened to the song enough, so I understand that. But yeah, main complaint is sorry, tags rap. Sorry, Gotchi. But you know, and I could also use without the breakdown bit, but that's going to happen in songs sometimes. And I thought this is a relatively good one because a lot of times they're really offensive, and this one's perfectly fine.
Yeah, true. It could have been a halftime like trap part, which would have really killed the song. But, yeah, this just kind of feels like you're treading water, I guess, more than anything else. Yeah, I mean, I can't really decide whether I like the song or not, to be honest. Because every time I listen to it, I have a different impression. Where, like, sometimes I'll listen to it and be like, God, that chorus is amazing. Oh, I love this. And then I'll, like, blank through the rest of the bits that I don't like. And I'll just leave being like, damn, this is good. And then other times, like now, I've listened to it and I'm like, God, there's a lot of breakdown in this song. God, it goes on forever. So I can never really work out if I like it or not. It's like, I've put it on the playlist, but it still isn't like, I don't know, you know? I can't work out how much I like it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That happens with me or sometimes like I'll listen to them once or twice and I'm like, maybe I like this, and then I listen to it again. Like it happened with a song recently. I can't remember what song it was, and I was like, oh, I have to screenshot that. That's so bad. It needs to be off the playlist. How did that get on there? Usually it's not, quite like that, but I generally will put things on because things tend to grow on me rather than sour on me. It's just always the case. But it depends on the song sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I really like Golcha. I mean, I don't think this album is quite as good as any other stuff they put out last year. Gotchi really loved it. It's not a Gotchi album though, so don't go into thinking that it's like noise music, because that's not what Golcha do.
I was gonna say that's like a pretty clear signal to avoid, right?
Yeah, no, I mean it's very much not a mute noise album. It's a solid album. I preferred some of the stuff they did last year. Mm-hmm. I really recommend Miracle. It's the last song in the album. It reminds me a lot of Switch by Drippin', which would make sense. They're both Woolham groups. So I would go give that a listen. I really enjoy that one as well. And it doesn't have problems in it, really. I think it's a less interesting song, and I don't like it quite as much as Replay. But I would recommend it because it's a really enjoyable listen. And if you liked Switch by Drippin' or that Drippin' album in general, you'd probably like it, I would guess. Because quite a few people I know liked that album.
Was that the one with the 8-bit sounds in it? Because I think I listened to it and I was like, I think you pumped it up too much by comparing it to Switch, because I was like, oh man, it's gonna be great then. And then I listened to it and I was just like, it exists.
Well, I don't know. I really liked it. I didn't think it was quite as good as Switch in the arranging, but I think Golcha have much, much better vocalists than Drippin' do, and that matters for me a lot. So it kind of balances out. But time will tell also sometimes in songs like that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I get that. Yeah, I don't disagree that they've got better vocalists than Drippin', definitely. But yeah, so many mixed feelings. I wanted this to be the time where I could be like, yes, Ian, I like a Golden Child release, and then it didn't really happen. It was so close, but I just can't work out if I like it.
I feel like making your playlist might count, though.
Yeah, but it could very easily drop off my playlist.
That's true. That's
the trouble. That's usually what happens when I'm trying to be kind to a group and I'll put a song on and then I'll be like, this is just not good enough. Bye bye. I don't know. I don't think this is. If we're on the Drippin' comparison still, I don't think this is as good as Villain was.
See, I don't like Villain. There's something about that song that I can't get behind. I liked that album, but that song, I think it was because the chorus was kind of talky. It didn't have a great melody, in my opinion. Which bothered me.
I really like that song.
Yeah, I know you do, and I know most people do. It wasn't enough for me to get behind. But
I think
yeah,
Villain's
I mean,
like one of those
difference opinion.
cases, right, where finally the way they're saying the lyrics matter. Because that guy comes in for the chorus and he's like, "I got the power," and like belts really hard, and I'm like, "Yes, you have got the power." And yeah, that doesn't really happen in a lot of songs, so I really appreciate those moments when they happen, when like a vocal is like matching the lyrics so perfectly. Like banana, banana. That's way too kind to that song, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I also happen to like Drippin's other songs a lot more. Like
Okay.
he mentioned Nostalgia and Youngblood. Nostalgia in particular, I think, is a great song. But, you know, I don't hate Villain. It just isn't going to make the playlist for me. But, you know, that's going to be the way things crumble sometimes. But yeah, I mean, besides kind of the song, I mean, this music video is not good. Like, Willem tends to not make great videos, in my opinion.
I
and
agree.
This one kind of it jumps around way too much. You can't really see anything. They're great dancers, and this is a great choreo. It's a really, really difficult choreo too, but you can't see any of it because it cuts so often, zooms in way too much, and it's just like, why bother with the music video showing the choreo then? Just do a plot video then. We don't need a 8-minute plot one like Burn It was, but you know, still.
No one needs an 8-minute plot one.
No, unless it's BAP's One Shot or My Name's Baby, I'm Sorry. No one's doing that.
Oh yeah,
anymore, so.
yeah. I'll give M Black's Love and War a pass on that, actually.
Okay,
Love
yeah.
War.
There's a handful of songs back in the day that they actually like went in on the plots, and it was fine. Otherwise, come on, guys. But yeah, I really like the choreo. I recommend people to go watch it. It's a really enjoyable choreo. So yeah, sad the music video doesn't show it, but that tends to be the case. There's very few that do that well. Like, you know, one of the best music videos of last year, Cherry Bullets Love So Sweet, was that good because it showed the choreo well and did it interestingly. So
Yeah,
know,
they don't do that anymore.
it can happen. People don't care though. So
yeah, I just had I don't remember a thing about this video. The only thing I remember is Tag's hair, because I was trying to work out which one he was so I could tell you who he was. That's the only thing I clocked. That, and that they were all wearing like way too much makeup. That's basically it. Like, can we stop having lipstick on guy groups? It's just a bit much, you know.
I really don't mind it, actually.
It bothers me so much.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a little overdone here, but I actually don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't like the music video enough to pay a ton of attention to it. I can rewatch it and give an opinion on the styling tee. In this final shot, what Tag's wearing looks like it's fine. In the front right, what G-Bum and upper right is wearing is fine. What Donkyoun's wearing next to G-Bum is fine. But there's some bad outfits in there too. So like, I'd have to go rewatch it because I didn't pay that close of attention because the music video is not great. The choreo isn't showing much, so I listen to the song when I watch it.
Very fair. Very, very fair. Yeah, come back to me in a few months and maybe I'll have like a solid opinion on this song, but right now it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm just hoping that you like it enough that I can cross off that bingo square.
Yeah, it's all about the bingo square, isn't it, really?
I mean, I'd also like if you liked the Gold Show song because you liked it, but, you know,
True.
I don't really expect much from you in terms of liking what I like, so...
Understandable. Yeah, don't listen to that section on there part of the show in the last podcast.
Why did you tell me to listen to it then?
No. You could. We are quite nice to them. It's just that we chose them as like the act we were most okay with missing, so we got food during their set.
Tisk.
In all fairness, the food place wasn't that far from the stage anyway, so we could still hear it and see them. So
yeah, but they're great performer. Like okay. I know Suho's performances were great, but you could have gone to his and had the same experience probably because it was mostly vocal. So you should have stayed there and watched them. But you know, that's just my 2 cents. I think they have really good choreos and really good dancers, and they use the fact that they have 10 people relatively well, which doesn't happen very often anymore, I don't think.
Okay.
But I know you don't really care all that much, so.
No, no, I don't. Well, I've got a bit of a reputation as a Golden Child hater, so I guess it kind of made sense that I didn't bother. But
yeah, I mean, I expected you, but I'm mainly disappointed in T, in all honesty.
You're past being disappointed in me now because you'd just be like, it'd be permanent if you tried.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't be anymore. But T,
Yeah.
you like some of their songs, like really like some.
Yeah, I mean, to be
I'll try
fair,
not to be too offended.
we were nice about them. Like when we actually got back to our position and were like watching them, they were good. They just kind of were kind of like at the start, they just weren't really like doing it much, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they were just on a whole tour, so I don't really give them too much crap for that.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, they did a U.S. tour, flew back to Korea, did something in Korea, and then flew back, like, around the world again to go to the UK, which is pretty rip that. I don't know why.
Yeah, no wonder they were a bit sluggish at the start then.
Yeah, no. And I think they had just gotten in too, so, like, the jet lag. Well,
Scheduling.
Yeah, you know, sometimes K-pop companies' decisions baffle me, like the fact that Very Very on their second U.S. tour in so many years have stops like every day, basically, in random places like Lawrence, Kansas, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and it makes no sense. You know, like you could cut out one of those shows and it would be just the same because no one's going to go to the one in Lawrence, Kansas. Like
these are places that like just don't register outside of the US either. Like I have no idea where that is.
No, I only know it from an obscure thing that happened in U.S. history called Bloody Kansas that maybe the Americans listening might know if they paid a ton of attention in U.S. history class, but
okay,
probably not. So, yeah, yes, Swither, they're having. That's the show I'm going to, even because I didn't feel like going to New York. So I guess it works for me, but it could have been Philly. You know, I know that you don't have a ton of say over tour routes, but anyway.
But you get to make a pilgrimage for your golden child.
Well, it's very,
to
very. Which
Bethlehem.
I'm just hoping they play good music, because I was saying to y'all yesterday during D&D that like I love Very Very, and they're one of my old groups at the moment. I would rather go to a Goldshell show because their music is better. So, which is sad. I love you Very Very, but you know, your last album was bad.
You know how it is with me, right? Like I've liked a lot more Very Very stuff than I have Golden Child, but man, they've got some bad songs.
Yeah,
they've got some really bad songs. So I kind of understand what you're saying, but yeah, I really hope they pull out the good stuff for you.
Yeah, I've obviously liked a lot more of their stuff than you have, but their last album was pretty. You know, I do like some B-sides off of it, but man, the first 5 or 6 songs was, my life flashed before my eyes because they were all horrible. So, a promise from 2 albums ago, T. I appreciate that, but Velocity is the best song off the last one, but no one's going to listen, so it doesn't matter. But to quickly finish with Goldshot, because I feel like Gotchi would be remiss if I didn't say it. There were comments about the cutoff, the sleeveless like blazers and stuff, which I agree, bad fashion choice. But to wander into Gotchi territory, they have all been working out a ton, and it does show. So I get why they made that stylistic decision, even though it looks stupid. So.
If they've been working out, then give them the Wonho treatment, right?
Yeah, but I don't really want them to have the Wonho treatment, so I'm I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't think that justifies some of these choices, but okay.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, T's like, just put T-shirts on them.
T, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I don't know if you've seen the whole thing, that like standing in that staircase on, is it Music Bank or one of the shows? There's like a loop in the staircase you can like crawl into and stand there, and people were complaining it was like showing how skinny you are or something like that. But two of the more buff members fit in there, so I don't think anyone has an excuse anymore. Because if Juchan and Jungjoon can fit in that thing, it's not small. They're not skinny dudes.
I don't know, they all look pretty skinny.
Um,
I mean, I guess by K-pop standards, they're not super skinny, but
yeah, I mean,
by like real
some
life
of the members
standards,
are quite skinny. Like Tag is quite skinny. But like it's both Juchan and Jungjoon are both in the back here, so you can't really see.
Oh, okay,
them. I mean,
that's
you
why
can
we
see
can't
Juchan,
tell.
but you can't see Jungjoon. So, but still, if two whole people can fit in there, it still can't be that small. Like, anyway, that was a big digression. So
we love a digression. This has been like the show of random tangents so far. I'm liking it.
yeah, gotta happen sometimes.
You know, we have a Golden Child like talk, and we're like going off on Very Very anyway. But yeah, I'm very hopeful that Very Very play, you know, their best songs, which of course are Ring 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 and Tag Tag Tag. So the triple duo.
Yeah,
They better end their set with that for you.
yeah, I hope so. I mean, I know they will do Undercover because it was the last comeback, and I will just grin and bear it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, granted, it's not the worst song. Like, you know, GBTV has much more hateable elements about it, but
Yep.
I sadly kind of enjoy that song, even though I fully admit that it's bad. So Undercover just doesn't have any redeeming character, really. So no, we'll see what happens.
Is your love of GBTB because you've heard how much worse it could have been with the Strong Dragon remix, or is it because you actually like it?
No comment. I think the verses are pretty good, and they get through the chorus, even though the chorus is horrible. I like the Scream songs. Once in a Blue Moon, that's one of the ones I tolerate. It lives in the same bucket as NCT Dreams Go.
Yeah, this is the like bucket that I throw directly in the bin because of all the chanting that I just can't.
Yeah.
Like, I've realized recently I'm okay with a chant as long as there's a payoff for it. But when the chant is the payoff, like, you've just killed the song. You can't have a chorus be a chant. It's just not good.
I generally totally agree with you. It's just randomly, like twice, just like MCND's Ice Age, like 3 times it works. Beyond that, I can't do it anymore.
Fair enough. Yeah, I realized recently I was listening to Dream Note's debut, and there's like a big, like, long, not great chant, and then they get into the chorus, and it's fucking amazing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with this. But a lot of stuff, man, when the chorus is the chant, you've really killed my enjoyment of the song. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah,
Oh,
generally,
man.
I'm totally with you. There's a couple weird ones out there, but yeah, if that went away, I would not complain in the slightest.
Yeah.
So
Let's have
but,
like
you know, it's
melodic, fun boy group songs again, like the one we just talked about.
yeah, I would take just that. No more sorry, Gachi, NCT chant choruses.
Yeah, please bin forever, please.
Yeah. So I had to rep Jakachi though, because I've been saying a lot of sorry Gachis in this bit, and this is like one of her favorite groups, and she loves this song. So you know, I got to balance it out a little bit.
Yeah, well, you did well on that. And before I tangent any further, let's wrap this one up. So sentencing, people agree with you, unsurprisingly. You're the only one that gave it position on the board, but everybody else gave it either Key to the City or Free to Go. So conclusively, this is a pretty good song. I kind of agree with that. So yeah, you'll take it 100%. I mean, yeah. It's a solid song. It may well grow on me. We'll see.
Fingers crossed for that Mingo Square.
Yeah. Hey, there's time for them to release another song that's even better, okay?
That's true. I will hope for that. That's what I'll really hope for, but I will joke about the Mingo Square nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 more months for them to put out some absolute fire.
Yeah, I hope they do. And I hope the ONF, I know that's how you're supposed to say it, is great. I hope the ONF album is great because I heard an ONF song in like a link listening to new stuff the other day, and I'm like, man, Mono Tree, so good. So hoping the ONF album is good. And really smart that they're releasing it while they're in the army. Like, I don't know why no one has thought of that before.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I hope it's good because ONF have a bit of history of making good, fun songs. So hopefully they can repeat that.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll end this call now before we tangent on any more boy groups.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, thank you for bringing this, Ian. I'm sorry it's not the conclusive bingo square affirming like that you're waiting for, but it could happen.
Much more positive than I ever expected on Gold Shot, so I'll take it.
There you go. You take that 100%. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get going, so I'll disconnect right now.
Yep.
See you later.
See you later.
And that's it for this week. That's all the calls. We ended it on a pretty good song, which is surprising. But yeah, that's where we'll end it this week. Thank you all for calling in. Thank you for all of the banana, all of the Oasis, all of the weird flick harmonics on this Golden Child song. Thanks for the smartphone. Thank you all. And I'll get going. Thanks for coming. See you later, buddies.